You know, those studies, I'm sure you've seen them that say, like, we all have like 10,000 pieces of clothing and we wear like 5 of them. Or, 80% of your closet you never ever wear, or that kind of thing. And I've definitely found that to be the case. I've noticed that as I've purged more and more clothing. And she talks about the Magnificent Seven in here. And she says there's these 7 essential pieces. And once you have those pieces, it's just a matter of composition, putting them together. Y'all have heard of capsule wardrobes, I'm sure. I myself on this channel have done many videos on the 10-item wardrobe inspired by Jennifer L. Scott's work on that topic. I love the 10-item wardrobe, and I do a 10-item wardrobe about 4 times a year for fall, winter, spring, and summer. It's called Parisian Chic. It's by Inès de la Fressange, French supermodel. And this is her book about like all things chic, fashion, as well as restaurants and just how to go around Paris and all that kind of thing. But in here, and if you want to read this book, I finally have a real hard copy, but for years I would look at it on the Internet Archive. If you're not familiar with that site, you can get a lot of books on there, borrow them digitally for free. It's wonderful. I will link it below. But if you want to read this one online for free, it's at the Internet Archive. But I love it so much that I finally broke down and bought a hard copy. And she talks about the Magnificent Seven in here, and she says there's these 7 essential pieces, and once you have those pieces, it's just a matter of composition, putting them together. I have collected her 7 essential pieces. I really truly like every single one of these pieces. So today I'm going to show you a 7-item wardrobe, transitional wardrobe for spring, and I hope that you enjoy. So let's get into it.
The first items in her Mag 7 are a good tank top and a good pair of jeans. I've got this velvet tank top from Old Navy that I really like, that I thrifted a long time ago, and my trusty 7 for All Mankind jeans. That's a brand that I really like. So those are the first 2 items, and then she does have like an extras list as well, and one of those extras for the summertime are open-toed sandals. So I have this pair. They're from K. Jacques. They're like gladiator sandals, but they're a really good quality made in France brand from the south of France. The third item is a V-neck cashmere navy blue sweater. Now I have a V-neck cashmere kind of, I don't know what you would call this, moss green color sweater. I haven't yet found a perfect navy one, but I love this one. It's pretty much my favorite sweater. So it's also a neutral color, so I put it in there. Also, I wanted to mention some of her other extras, accessories, advice here. She recommends, like, she likes a man's watch. This is actually my husband's watch. I've been wearing it. I love it. Summer, she recommends like she's all got recommendations for all kinds of bags, but a basket for summer. This is a basket that I recently bought from Walmart, and I'm going to use it as my summer purse. I'm kind of channeling Jane Birkin of the famous Birkin bag from Hermès. Apparently before the Birkin bag was made for her by Hermès, she carried these baskets that she had found in Portugal at a market, and she carried them absolutely everywhere. She was sitting next to the CEO of Hermès on an airplane, and her basket spilled out all over the place, and they started talking about how hard it was to find a good purse, and that is where the famous Birkin bag was born. So I'm going to be carrying the proto Birkin bag this summer. And spring. I've been using it a little bit this spring when the weather makes sense. Open-toed sandals, like I said before. I have 2 pairs. This is a pair I got last summer from Okabashi, which is a brand that's made in the USA from recycled materials. They are wonderfully comfortable. I just love these. These are their Journey Slimline sandal, I think they're called. I will link them below. They're awesome sandals. So I've got 2 pairs of open-toed sandals, which I've been able to wear a little bit this spring, but it's transitional weather, so I've also had to put on closed-toed shoes a lot. Okay, the third of the Mag 7. So far we've got the tank top, the jeans. Her third item is a really well-fitting blazer. I have a love-hate relationship with blazers. They're not my favorite, but this one is very soft and stretchy knit. It's from Eli Tahari. I thrifted it. Actually it was free. It was on like the free rack at the thrift store, but I really like it, and I think it gives a French girl vibe with these stripes. But that's the third item. It's a blazer that fits you well. I think this one works for spring because it's light and it's got the stripes. So we've got the tank top and the jeans and the blazer here. So we've got jeans, blazer, tank top, sweater, and then the fifth item she recommends is a leather jacket. Okay, I'm not really a leather jacket style girl, or at least I don't have one yet that I like, but I do have this wax jacket from J. Crew that's a dupe of the field jacket that Princess Kate wears all the time, and I put that in as my leather jacket because it has that kind of like moto cool vibe that I think they're talking about. Next item is the French girl classic, the trench coat. So a trench coat goes with anything. Obviously, it's a great spring jacket, and she recommends getting one from, like Burberry, but of course that's completely out of reach. But there are so many brands that do really good trench coats that are in reach. This is a Banana Republic trench coat that I got on Poshmark for a really good price. It's from their collaboration with Olivia Palermo a couple of years ago, and I love it because it has like some asymmetry at the bottom. You can see that, and then with the buttons, and I think that makes it more feminine. I think there's a risk with trench coats that they can be kind of masculine feeling, but I really love this one. And I have noticed that the Gap does some really great trench coats, so does J. Crew, and they're way more affordable than the Burberry's. Her one recommendation was don't get it in polyester, get it in cotton. According to her, the polyester ones are a faux pas. So it took me a long time to find one that I liked, but I do really, really like this one. The final item of the Mag 7 is a little black dress. I have this one from Old Navy. It's like a linen blend dress. I think it's good for spring and summer. I think obviously your little black dress material might change. Then I had some fun just putting all the pieces together to see how many outfits I could make. So obviously you've got the little black dress and you throw the blazer over it. I think that's a kind of fun outfit. Now it's transitional spring weather, so I find myself like needing and not needing layers throughout the day because the weather is so changeable. Right now it's really cold this week after all the rain we had. I tried in my case, this is the wax jacket, but throw the leather jacket over the blazer, over the little black dress. I was really happy with that combo as well. It was fun to put these together because I think she was right. Like a lot of this stuff just really works well together. I threw on a scarf, which of course is very French accessory, and that's a nice transitional layer for spring too, because you could wrap it around your neck for warmth or untie it if it's not as warm. I like it with the basket as well, sort of like nodding towards summer on a warmer day. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense to carry a basket when it's like 50 degrees out, but I think 65 plus, it can be pretty fun. I also tried the V-neck sweater over the little black dress, and I was surprised with how much I liked that as well. And then I layered the blazer over it for another look. Why not layer the trench coat over the little black dress, the sweater, and the blazer? So I've got, let's see, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Mag 7 pieces on all at once. I think working really well as a transitional spring outfit. Obviously, it's not always a great day to wear open-toed sandals in the spring, so I tried swapping out the sandals for my Okabashi Ballet flats, which have they're like open because they're kind of mesh, so they're kind of a nice spring shoe. And I loved how all this looked with ballet flats too. Ballet flats are a shoe that she highly, highly recommends everyone own in several colors. The blazer with the jeans and tank top is a great spring outfit. I really like carrying the basket with this too. It feels so French. Here I've added the sweater underneath for extra warmth, and then thrown the blazer on top, wrapped the scarf around my neck for extra warmth on a colder day like we've been having recently. So let's see, I've got the tank top, the sweater, the blazer, the jeans. So 4 of the 7 Mag 7 items I'm wearing all together right now, and it is really fun how they all layer so well together. Here I've added some navy blue leather ballet flats because it is really cold. Just layering the trench coat over the sweater and the blazer and the jeans and the tank top here. So that's like 5 of the mag 7. The trench coat really is a great jacket. And here is the sweater and the tank top and the blazer and the leather jacket, in my case wax jacket, with the jeans. So is that all of them? That's everything except the tank top.
I hope you enjoyed that look at a 7-item French girl transitional wardrobe for spring. I enjoyed this video so much that I think I'm gonna give it a try this week. Just gonna try to wear only these 7 pieces for an entire week. It was great to spend some time with you all, and I will see you again next week.
Please check out my 10-item wardrobe playlist for more information on how to get started on a 10-item wardrobe. Please like this video and subscribe for more content about cultivating an elevated life through thrifting, DIY home design, a love for Spanish and other European cultures, and creating timeless beauty in your environment on a budget. I would love to have you. I create one new video and some shorts every week, and I will look forward to seeing you next time.